There are moments in life when God opens your eyes and shows you the truth about the people around you. Some of them smile with sincerity, while others hide storms behind gentle words. You may feel confused when someone who appears kind suddenly reveals a darker intention. This speech pulls back the curtain and exposes the subtle signs that reveal the dangerous influence of bad people. It reminds you that discernment is not a luxury, but a spiritual responsibility. When you learn to recognize these signs, you protect your heart, your purpose, and the destiny God entrusted to you. This message calls you to stand firm and choose purity, wisdom, and truth, even when the world tries to deceive you. Bad people carry a hidden agenda that slowly slips into your life without making any noise. They approach with gentle smiles and soft voices because they know an open attack will only expose their intentions. They study your habits and your emotions so they can understand where to strike. They want access to your trust because that is the doorway to your peace and your confidence. Their kindness is only a mask designed to keep you blind to their true purpose. Once they feel you are comfortable, they begin the quiet work of shaping your direction. You must understand that a hidden agenda is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it comes in the form of unnecessary advice that pulls you away from your calling. Sometimes it appears as subtle pressure that convinces you to doubt the path God placed before you. Sometimes it hides in the way they pretend to support you, while guiding you toward decisions that weaken your strength. Discernment becomes your shield because it protects you from the influence of those who never wanted to see you rise. When God opens your eyes, He reveals the difference between genuine care and strategic deception. He shows you who walks with you and who walks around you. There is power in recognizing intentions before they take root in your spirit. When you learn to see the signs, you no longer fall victim to the traps that once confused you. You begin to guard your peace with spiritual confidence and emotional maturity. You start choosing relationships that honor your purpose instead of draining your strength. God gives you clarity not to create fear, but to lead you into wisdom. Walk with courage and trust the guidance He places within you. Bad people speak with flattery, but live with falsehood, and this creates a dangerous confusion in your heart. Their words sound warm and supportive, and they know exactly how to say what you want to hear. They use praise as a tool to pull you closer, because they understand that trust is easier to build with sweet language. Their compliments are not a reflection of your worth, but a weapon crafted to lower your guard. They hide their true intentions behind smooth sentences that feel comforting in the moment. Yet every word is a stepping stone toward manipulating your direction. You begin to notice that their actions never match what they say. They promise loyalty yet disappear when you need them most. They speak about honesty yet live in a way that contradicts every principle they claim to follow. They celebrate you in public, but secretly compete with your progress in private. This contradiction is the silent alarm God puts in your spirit to warn you. Truth and falsehood cannot walk together for long without collision. When the words sound sincere, but the character breaks trust, you must listen to the reality, not the performance. The danger of false praise is that it blinds you to the real intentions behind it. When you rely on the approval of such people, you allow their opinions to shape your confidence. You begin to doubt yourself when their praise stops, and this creates a cycle that weakens your inner strength. But when you anchor your identity in God, you no longer depend on the unstable validation of dishonest hearts. You grow in wisdom and recognize that genuine people prove their love through actions, not empty flattery. Walk with clarity and protect your spirit from the confusion of false words. Bad people feed on your weaknesses because your strength threatens their control and their influence. They watch the moments when you feel uncertain or tired, and they use those moments to tighten their grip on your emotions. They highlight your mistakes not to help you grow, but to keep you dependent on their approval. They want you to believe that your value comes from their acceptance, so you never rise above their reach. Their goal is not to build you, but to bind you so they can remain superior in your life. This is the quiet strategy of those who fear your potential. You begin to realize that every time you make progress, they respond with subtle discouragement. They remind you of your past failures, so your future looks smaller than it truly is. They suppress your confidence because confident people cannot be controlled. They drain your energy by creating emotional tension and confusion. They never celebrate your victories because your success exposes their insecurity. Their actions reveal a heart that fears your growth more than it values your well-being. But when God reveals this pattern, your spirit awakens with clarity and strength. You start understanding that real love lifts you and false love limits you. You reclaim your authority by refusing to let anyone define your worth through manipulation. You rise with courage as you separate yourself from voices that weaken your soul. You learn that the people who truly belong in your life are the ones who push you toward purpose, not pain. God does not allow you to remain under the influence of those who fear your strength, because He created you to walk in freedom. In the end, you must understand that recognizing the signs of harmful people is not about living in fear, but about living in wisdom. God never intended for you to walk blindly through relationships that drain your spirit and steal your peace. He gives you clarity so you can protect the purpose He placed within you and rise above the influence of those who wish to hold you back. When you choose truth over deception, your life becomes stronger, your vision becomes clearer, and your heart becomes guarded with grace. Stand firm in the strength God gives you and walk forward with courage, knowing that He will always guide you toward the people who honor your calling and away from those who do not belong in your journey.